Today we are presenting an AI-enabled financial governance dashboard for Tesla's Texas operations. As scale increases, so does financial complexity. Our proposal introduces a controlled, hybrid managed solution to strengthen budget visibility and executive oversight. This charter outlines a 6-month pilot to strengthen financial governance in Tesla's Texas operations. The objective is structured as a SMART goal focused on improving reporting accuracy and reducing reconciliation effort. Rather than replacing ERP systems, the initiative layers AI-driven analytics onto existing financial data using CFO sponsorship to ensure a disciplined and stage-gated oversight. We've kept the scope focused on Tesla's Texas finance team to deliver measurable results within 6 months. The pilot improves budget tracking, increases vendor cost visibility, and uses AI to flag financial variances through a validated dashboard prototype. Just as important, we are not modifying core ERP systems or expanding beyond Texas. These firm boundaries protect the schedule, budget, and governance discipline of the pilot. We structured this as a hybrid model because the project needs both flexibility and control. The lifecycle moves from initiation and design into 2 short sprint cycles, followed by a formal pilot and close. What really matters are the 3 decision points. First, scope and budget must be approved. Second, we validate the prototype before moving into the pilot. And third, we get the go or no-go from our executive sponsor. These predictive controls protect our scope and budget while enabling iteration and user feedback.
The work breakdown structure is organized around the actual deliverables we need to produce, not around time phases. Instead of saying phase 1, phase 2, we break the project into value components like governance setup, requirement analysis, data framework, AI design, dashboard development, pilot validation, and finally closure. This makes sure we are covering the full scope of the pilot without missing anything and also gives us a solid foundation for resource planning and timelines. From these work packages, we then build the detailed schedule and identify the critical path for execution. The total budget is kept at $180,000 and is structured around where the effort and complexity really sit, not as a direct copy of WBS. The largest portion goes to AI and analytics development, since that's where we need specialized expertise for explainable financial modeling and threshold configuration. Dashboard development is the second biggest cost because of the integration and prototyping work. We have also allocated resources to requirement, data governance, and project management to ensure stronger execution. Finally, we include a small contingency reserve to manage pilot uncertainty while staying within the overall budget cap. This slide shows the baseline schedule logic for the project. We intentionally started by running business requirements and data governance in parallel to speed up the foundational phase without increasing integration risk later. Once those are stable, AI development and a dashboard build move forward in a controlled sequence to avoid rework. We also included 2 short agile sprints before the pilot. These act as validation checkpoints. So by the time we enter the pilot, we are validating a refined solution and not experimenting. On the Gantt chart, the red task represents the critical path. These are zero flat activities, meaning any delay directly impacts the August completion milestone. That's why these tasks are closely monitored and tightly managed. This slide looks at how robust our schedule really is. We stress tested the baseline and found that any 1 week delay on a critical path activities directly shifts the final completion date. As the project moves forward, the schedule becomes more rigid, especially during the integration and pilot phases. That's where dependencies stack up and there is a very little room to recover. Early on, we have more flexibility, but as we move into integrations and validation, everything becomes more sequential. From a resource perspective, we also relying on specialized roles, which limits how much work we can parallelize. So overall, the schedule is strongest in the early stages and most sensitive during the late stage validation. This table combines the power interest view with the stakeholder risk analysis. So we are not just mapping influence, we are actively managing risk. At the top, the CFO and steering committee have higher power and high interest. Their focus is on budget control, scope discipline, and AA reliability. We manage them closely through structured reporting and clear escalation triggers. Tesla Texas Finance users care a lot about the outcome but have moderate influence. Their main risk is resistance if AI feels like an audit tool. So we engage them through sprint demos and position the dashboard as a decision support. IT, audit, and other regions have lower power, but we keep them aligned through early communication. Overall, this ensures strong governance while enabling agile collaboration.
Communication in this project functions as a governance control mechanism. Structured reporting ensures transparency in budget utilization, reinforces sponsor confidence, and supports iterative feedback during sprint cycles. We established a defined reporting cadence, monthly executive briefs, bi-weekly steering reviews, sprint demos with finance users, and weekly team stand-ups. Escalation follows a three-tier structure. Operational issues remain at the project level. Scope or budget risks escalate to the steering committee, and any strategic or financial exposure is elevated to executive sponsorship. Clear thresholds prevent ambiguity and protect financial discipline. The integration of risk management and performance monitoring into a single agile governance framework enhances project oversight. Risks are identified at the work package level using a risk breakdown structure from the WPS. Specific risks are defined and quantified across cost, time, scope, quality, leading to a combined exposure score that triggers escalation for high exposure risks. Performance monitoring serves as an early warning system using indicators like sprint velocity and AI accuracy to signal potential risks. Governance threshold ensure executive control with budget variances or schedule delay prompting reviews by the steering committee or CFO. This approach balances agility in execution with financial discipline in governance. As we wrap up, let's reflect on our project's strategic value and feasibility. Enhanced financial governance visibility has improved budget variance detection, reducing manual reconciliation efforts for $180,000 cost control. Our scalable governance framework offers long-term benefits. The project is feasible across four dimensions: technical, achievable prototype in 6 months; financial, strict budget control; organizational, strong executive sponsorship; operational, disciplined delivery through a hybrid model. These achievements highlight our project's viability and strategic significance. Thank you for your attention.